Cannot take this anymore. Saying everything I've said before. All these words, they make no sense. I find bliss in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anyway. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break.
So I'm going to be making a video talking about the difference between bulking and maintaining, the similarities, which one you should do, and I think this is going to be a good video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. The thing about maintaining is that it's like the same thing as bulking in the sense that you are both in a calorie surplus. Bulking, there's not really that much of a restriction I like to think of. Many people like to do whatever they want, you know, being 1,000 calorie bulks, 500, and that's the issue about bulking. They're not as consistent. They see it as a time where they can kind of screw around. Obviously, most people are probably not like that, but some people are also they're not taking it too seriously. Maintaining is the opposite. You have to be very serious in order to actually achieve being in a maintaining state. And maintaining essentially is a very, very lean and controlled bulk. So instead of a 500 plus calorie surplus, maintaining is 150 to maybe 200. And you want to make sure you're precise. So you're still tracking your calories. You're still weighing yourself every single day. And instead of doing like cycles of bulking and cutting, you're constantly in a state of maintaining, which means you're always in a positive state, a net growth state, essentially. So the main appeal of maintaining is that you stay lean all year round. So you can be 10% body fat and you're putting muscle slowly compared to bulking, but you don't have to cut and feel like shit in that cutting phase because you're always going to be lean and putting on muscle. So that's kind of the main appeal. Bulking and cutting, it's, you know, muscle mass phase putting and then getting lean, but you don't put on muscle, even though you kind of put on muscle when you cut. But people do aggressive cuts, which allows them to not put muscle, but lose muscle. Now, obviously, if their approach to bulking and cutting was actually good, I would recommend it. But most people, they don't do a good job when they bulk and cut. They eat too much of food, their heart rate gets fucked up, they put on too much of fat, and then when they cut, they do aggressive cut, which means they lose a lot of actual size, their hormones tank, and they lose muscle. Maintaining, you're constantly at a growth state, I guess. So nothing's gonna change. You're gonna be looking good year round, putting muscle very slowly. You won't be able to notice it, but you still will do it. You need to ask yourself, what is my goal? Do I want to stay lean 24/7, where I look good but put on muscle slowly, or do I want to be in a calorie surplus? I just want to lift weights, look big in a t-shirt, and then only be lean for summer? Like, you need to consider these goals as well. Overall, I think the safer option is maintaining because you look good 24/7. You are always going to be in a routine. You won't fall off the wagon, you know, constantly doing the same thing. We'll keep that. Bulking and cutting, they're two different things. Even though they're the same thing, the difference is just calories, slightly more calories in the bulking, but people don't realize that, I guess. So this video is not going to be too long. I'm just going to tell you which I prefer, and I prefer maintaining. However, I am bulking right now. Doesn't mean I prefer it. I just like to try it out. And yeah, so the moral of the story is ask yourself what kind of person I am. What are my goals? If my goal is to look good 24/7, maintaining. If I want to put on lots of size, bulking. If I'm too fat and I want to lose weight, cut. Simple. Anyways, this is a very short video. I haven't uploaded in a while, like a week. I was preparing for other stuff, but I'm back to my normal schedule. And I filmed three videos. They're gonna be coming out in the next 2 days. So enjoy it, and thank you for watching. So I'm gonna show you guys actually a bulking meal that's awesome. Tastes freaking amazing. Amazing macros. One downside is that it will fill you up. So if you're one of those guys that wants a bulking food that doesn't fill you up, this is kind of mid. But I'm gonna show it to you guys. It's fucking amazing. Boom. Pasta. So 150 grams of normal pasta, this one to be precise, and 225 grams of this beef. It's not the leanest, has a bit of fat. That's where a lot of the calories come from. And we're putting one more ingredient. And boom. Around 40 grams, 47 grams, a little bit fewer than I needed, but even though I'm bulking, I'm measuring everything. I wanna make sure I'm precise so I don't add extra weight. I'm just gonna put on lean muscle. I don't wanna become fat as fuck, so. Boom, and yeah, this is it.